I normally get asked the question whether or not it's from returning collectors or brand new ones of what is the best set to buy to build up a collection. Now that's basically through opening booster packs and just collecting the set as a whole, not necessarily from an investment standpoint, but more of just I want to get the really cool stuff and I don't want to have to spend an absolute ton of money. So today we'll be going through some really good sets which are great for your money and have good pull rates and are just overall good value. Let's get into it. Okay, we got an interesting one today, ladies and gentlemen. We are taking a look at a bunch of different sets where the pull rates are not too bad. The value is there and the prices of the product doesn't massively break the bank. Now, of course, the best way to complete a master set is to buy the cards you want. That is literally the cheapest way. Even if you have to spend over $100 for an individual card, you find it will still be cheaper if you buy the singles. But that's boring. We don't want to do that. We want to crack packs. We want to have fun. We want to pull the absolute bangers. That's what we're here for, let's be honest. So we're going to be taking a look at a bunch of different Sword and Shield era sets and some Scarlet Violet to go through what are really great sets to crack open and good value. Okay, starting things off, we have Silver Tempest. Now, I actually quite like Silver Tempest. Silver Tempest booster boxes are on the rise, okay? They are ticking up. However, a reprint is coming this month of Silver Tempest. You should be able to pick some up pretty cheap, which is very, very good. You know, at the moment on TCG Player, they're around 140 a box. I do expect them to drop. Over here in the UK, you can pick these up for about £100, which is fantastic, right? I think it's fantastic. The pull rates of Silver Tempest aren't that bad. You know, it is a trainer gallery set. I do feel like a lot of trainer gallery sets, to be honest, pretty much all of them are good for your money, and we could look at each of them today. But you know, some of the older ones, Chin and Rain, Evolving Skies, for instance, it's just not worth it. I mean, Evolving Skies is literally the worst. Just don't even bother. But with Chin and Rain and Fusion Strike, the pull rates are really tough. Those older Sword and Shield era ones, it is difficult. Those ones I would suggest just buying the single cards for, whereas the trainer gallery ones and some of the holiday sets are actually not that bad, and some are better than others, so we're going to be taking a look at them today. So Silver Tempest, there are some big cards in this set. We have the Lugia, which is coming in at $173. It is a really, really expensive card. But then if you look, some of the other card prices then drop quite a bit. You know, we've got big standout cards, and then we have like the Full Art Serena at around $38, $39. We've got the Rayquaza at $33, which is a trainer gallery card. The trainer gallery cards is in the reverse holo slot, so you can get the chance of double hits in packs, which makes it a lot more fun and, you know, just better, in my opinion, better value for money than not. Then we have the Rainbow Lugia V-Star at $26, the Unknown V. So we've got a few alt arts. Arts are going to be a little bit harder to get hold of, but they're not massively expensive. If you do want to grab a certain amount of individual cards just to finish off, you know, that master set or that collection, you don't have to break the bank too hard. You know, a lot of these prizes are dropping. With a reprint, they could drop even more. Makes it even better to help complete a lot of these sets, in my opinion. And the pull rates for Silver Tempest aren't that bad. You know, to be perfectly honest, I mean, look, you've even got a holo in this set. It's around $12. That's a pretty decent value. There's some fantastic artworks, of course, in this set. If you really like Lugia, there's a ton of different Lugias in this set. Some really nice full art trainers as well. Really nice, you know, trainer gallery. I think it's got a pretty strong trainer gallery. Not the strongest, well, we'll get to the strongest, but still a really good solid trainer gallery where you do have somewhat valuable cards in those slots, which is key. You know, that's what we really want to see, is those valuable cards in the slots, because at the end of the day, we want to get our money's worth. Next we have Lost Origin, again another trainer gallery set in the Sword and Shield era. Reprint coming in July along with Silver Tempest, so expect booster boxes to drop in price. There are some big cards in this set. Now, unlike Silver Tempest, this has two massive cards, with the Giratina at $300 and the Aerodactyl at over $100. They will drop, probably not by much, but they will drop. So completing this set will be a little bit more expensive than Silver Tempest, especially if you're missing the Giratina. If you pull the Giratina, then you're laughing, right? You're on your way to getting, you know, that master set. Then you got the Rotom V alt arts. You got a couple of big alt arts coming in. You got a big trainer gallery card, again another trainer gallery set with the Pikachu V Max, the big old Chonkachu coming in. If we take a look, we've got some beautiful artwork with the Pikachus. In my opinion, this is the strongest trainer gallery set. I think it's fantastic. Lost Origin is one of my top favorite sets. Booster boxes over here in the UK, you can pick them up for around $110, $115. They have dropped. With reprints, they could drop even more. Let's take a look. You got obviously the, you know, like I say, the trainer gallery adding in the extra value. But a lot of these cards, the pull rates of Lost Origin, they're good because you've got trainer gallery, but they are a little bit lower than some of the other trainer gallery sets. But it is still a really good set. You've got some beautiful full art trainers in here. Like I say, an incredible trainer gallery. You know, Sleeping Pikachu, one of my favorite cards in this set. It just smashes it out of the park. I think Lost Origin is just such an overall good set. Look, we got, got Gengar in here as well, big fan favorite Gengar. But yeah, really good set across the board for, Lost Origin. So nice, good one. Giratina is very difficult to pull. You might have to really bite the bullet. Pick that one up. Next, we've got Pokemon Go, which is probably the easiest set to complete and the cheapest set to complete. So if you want just to have an entire Pokemon Master set of any set recent, I would say Pokemon Go is probably the best way to go about it. Booster packs of Pokemon Go, even though it's a holiday set, are pretty cheap. You can pick them up. There's a ton of Pokemon Go products still around that you can get your hands on, and the single card prices don't necessarily break the bank either. The most expensive card is the Rainbow Mewtwo at $37, which is nothing, right, compared to like the Lugia and the Giratina we've seen. Ton of rainbows. The rainbows are where the money's at. You've got the Alt Art Mewtwo as well. Got loads of different Mewtwo's, loads of different Dragonites in this set. You've got Radiant cards with the Radiant Charizard, which is really, really good. And as you can see, they're not massively expensive. Really, I mean, you could probably buy a master set maybe for a few hundred, which actually is, sounds like a lot, but that's actually pretty good. It's not a massive set. It's quite a small set as well. So it is quite easy to get quite a lot of these pulls. Which is quite nice. So this is a nice cheap set to get into. Pokemon Go, if you play the game, you're going to enjoy this as well. Overall, this is, not one of the strongest sets in the Sword and Shield era, but if you just want to collect it, nice artwork. There are some really nice ones, especially if you're a Mewtwo or a Dragonite fan. Next up, we got Astral Radiance. Now, this is another trainer gallery set, super cheap, really good to collect. And I also feel like, this is a set where, trainer galleries got pretty decent pull rates as well. Similar to Silver Tempest, we've got one stupidly expensive card with the Machamp at around $100, which is a lot cheaper than Lugia. Booster boxes of Astral Radiance are quite cheap. They're around about, £105, £110 here, around $115, $120. They tick it up ever so slightly, but still not really that expensive compared to some of the other sets. This is still really good though. Pull rates are pretty decent. Trainer gallery, gorgeous looking trainer gallery cards. I mean, the Starmie, absolutely beautiful. We've got the Garchomp as well. I think that this set actually has some of the nicest art across the board. I love the Dialga. The Palkia is pretty cool, pretty unique. I do like that. But then the Beedrill is really nice as well. We've got the Sneasler, which is just a beautiful artwork. And then we've got the Hisuian Lilligant, one of my favorite alt arts. Again, as you can see from these prices, not that expensive compared to some of the other sets as well. So Astral Radiance is a really, really good set to collect, and I do feel like it is definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. You got the Irida as well, which is a really nice full art trainer. You got some big fan favorites. The fact you have Misty in there with the Starmie. You got Cynthia as well. Really nice cards. A little bit cheaper. Pull rates a bit tougher, but still a pretty good one. Next up, we have Brilliant Stars. Now, Brilliant Stars is a really, really good one. One of my favorites, one of the strongest sets in the era. It is a little bit more expensive. Booster boxes are a little bit more expensive. Packs are a little bit more expensive because it's a little bit older, but still, it is a really good set. Stacked. Like, this set is absolutely stacked with just jam-packed goodies. Loads of Charizards. If you're a Charizard fan, this is the way to go. We've got the Alt Art Charizard here. It is dropping in price. It's dropped a lot. It was around $200. It's now around $130. I think it will drop even more. Now's a great time, guys. Don't forget, this is a trainer gallery set as well, and it's got tons of amazing ones with the Evolutions. If you're a fan of Evolutions, you want to collect them, now is a great time to pick these up. And of course, you got, like I said, you got the Arceus as well. Ton of different Charizards, and you got the awesome looking alt arts. You got the legendary birds in here as well. Nice. This set is absolutely jam-packed full of absolute goodies, and again, a lot of the card values have been dropping, so again, it's not massively expensive to try and complete this set either. You got a nice cool full up Pikachu there as well, Cynthia as well. Like I say, this set is just absolutely jam-packed. But yeah, overall, I do feel like Brilliant Stars is probably one of the best ones to get hold of, especially out of the trainer gallery sets. Even though the prices of the packs and booster boxes are a little bit more expensive, it's definitely worth it. And then finally, we have Crown Zenith, which in my opinion is probably one of the best sets to collect overall. I think it's great value for money. I think it's also got incredible pull rates. It's got some of the nicest cards in the entirety of Sword and Shield era, and it's just overall great fun. It really is great fun. It just gives you a ton of stuff. It is a little bit more expensive because it is a holiday set, so booster packs and stuff are a little bit more pricey. You're looking around about $5 on average for a pack, or £5 for a pack, so it is a little bit more expensive, but the hit rates are incredible. I think it works out roughly, in some cases, probably a little bit better than 1 in 3. So, and you get a chance of getting double hits as well as the Galarian Gallery compared to the Trainer Gallery. This is a fantastic set. It's not massively huge, but it's got a decent size, but it's still really good. Let's take a look at this. So the most expensive card is the Giratina at $95. There are 4 amazing gold V-Stars. We got Mewtwo in here. We have just the All-Stars, really, of the Sword and Shield era. That's basically what they've done. They've finished off with an absolute bang. You have some, you know, evolutions with the Glaceon and the Leafeon. You have the Raikous, your legendary dogs. We've got Raikou, Suicune, and Entei as well. You do have a lot of big fan favorites. Deoxys, this gorgeous looking Pikachu card as well. And these incredible looking artworks. Like the artwork in this set is just fantastic. They really smashed it out of the park, especially in the Galarian Gallery slot. You got some really unique artworks, big fan favorite Pokemon in here as well. Overall, this set is just a home run. It really is a home run. If you do look at picking up a set, this is a really good one. Like I said, it is a little bit more pricey, but it is more fun. It is definitely, you're gonna have the most fun opening this set. Out of all of them, you're gonna have the most fun opening this set just because of how much stuff you get in there. And overall, to complete this set, you know, you're not breaking the bank massively. Like, they're not stupidly expensive. The gold V-Stars are quite pricey. It has a few cards that are holding over $20, which are doing pretty well. But it's mainly like these top 5, right? The 4 gold V-Stars and the Mewtwo holding down the 4 of the pricey cards from Crown Zenith. But the pull rates are so good in Crown Zenith. Also, not just the volume, but also to hit the good top cards, that you could realistically complete this set just by cracking packs. You know, it's one of the few sets where I can actually say it's probably the easiest to crack packs. If you were going to do it by cracking packs, this would actually be the easiest out of all of the sets in the Sword and Shield era and out of the ones that we looked at today. I did say we got some Scarlet Violet. Before we finish off, we talk about Scarlet Violet base. Now, Paldea Evolved Scarlet Violet base are really, really cheap right now. Probably some of the cheapest booster boxes and packs that you can pick up. The pull rates, though, are pretty decent. They increased the pull rates of these 2 new sets in the new era, and I think that's great. I think that's great for everybody, especially for collectors, you know, and players, to be honest. They can get the cards they want, and there are some beautiful cards, especially from the new era, the new generation. Not massively expensive. The most expensive card is $52. You could probably complete this set for a reasonable price if you were going to buy the cards individually, or if you crack the packs. The pull rates are very good in this set as well. You know, there's been loads of people going, oh, I've already completed my set already. I've got loads of cards missing from other sets. This is how easy this set is to complete. So I do feel like this is a really, really good one for the future. And I think right now this is really, really good if you want to collect a master set. And, you know, I was looking to pick up a master set of this myself, and I do feel like it's doable, to be honest, just by cracking packs. Again, similar to Crown Zenith, you can get a good amount of these, and the pull rates are actually pretty decent as well. You do have the art rares are quite easy to get hold of, which makes it more fun. Again, you have the chance to get those double banger packs where it's at. So I do rate Scarlet Violet base. Paldea Evolved is very similar, but I think Scarlet Violet is just a little bit easier if you were going to pick it up, and a bit cheaper for your money. There you have it, guys. Those are some sets if you do want to collect, and, you know, I think they're really good. I think they're really good value to pick up, to crack packs. You know, we were having fun cracking packs. Of course, you can just buy the singles, but if you do want to get that whole collection, complete those binders, then these are the best sets in my opinion to go for. The older Sword and Shield era ones are just too difficult. You know, I completed Battle Styles. I had to buy most of the cards individually, mainly because it was just so hard to pull them all. Chill and Rain, and, you know, things like Evolving Skies, and, you know, Vivid Voltage, Darkness Ablaze, Fusion Strike, all of them, Rebel Clash if you really wanted to. It's just too difficult. It's just too difficult, you know. Holiday sets tend to be pretty good, you know. Shining Fates is not too bad. You get good pull rates, but again, there's just a ton of the cards in there, which can be quite difficult. Same with Champion's Path, you know, and Celebrations as well. Could be an okay set, but they are getting a bit pricey. But I think these ones are going to be really good if you do want to collect, you know, and complete those binders and master sets. Speaking of great, amazing sets, we got 151 that's coming out real soon. So if you want to know what's going on with 151, make sure to click on this video right here. And if you watch more Pokemon content, guys, you know what to do. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright, guys, that's it from me in this video. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, you guys are legends, and I'll see you in the next one.